Happy Teachers Day, everybody. You know, I had a love hate relationship with my teachers, which meant that I hated 95% of them and only loved 5% of them, 3% of whom were characters from anime and manga. My school days were fun. So, for Teachers Day, I made a list celebrating my favorite teachers in anime and manga. This isn't a top 10 list, despite what the title suggests. I did that for the YouTube algorithm. This is more of a 10 favorite teachers in no particular order according to me kind of list. Also, when I say teachers, I'm including mentors, senseis, and characters who are actual teachers. So, without further ado, this is Tiger&Teddy, and these are our 10 personal favorite teachers in anime and manga in no particular order. Number 1, Kakashi from Boruto's Dad Shippuden, and Trash. I know this is a basic anime noob choice, but I mean, come on. You ask an average person to name a teacher from anime, and the first person they're gonna say is Kakashi. That's how cool and iconic this dude is. From his ladies you just screamed your pants look to his I'm so cool and chipper even trying personality, and most of all is I don't care about your copyright fighting style. I mean, he may be a copy ninja in the story, but most shonen manga in real life use him as a template to create their own senseis, one of which we will get to. And what about him as a teacher to Team 7? Well, we have his most famous teaching: people who abandon their friends are worse than trash. Which was cool until said friend became a mass murdering genocidal maniac, but also led to Boruto's dad using that as an excuse to chase after Sasuke, who he was clearly in love with. Not a Sasuke all the way, baby. He taught Boruto's dad about the 5 chakra systems and helped him develop the Rasen Shuriken, which was good, although he could have helped him train better before the Chunin exams. And even after the Chunin exams, instead of punning him off the goddamn Ebisu, he personally trained Sasuke for months and taught him the Chidori, which was good. But Sasuke ended up becoming an emo traitor, so not good. Hell, he just abandoned Sakura, which, to be fair, who can blame him? Even her baby daddy did. Look, he tried, okay, and he was super hot. To be fair, Jiraiya was more of a teacher to Boruto's dad than Kakashi ever was. So why isn't he on the list? Number 2, Seishu Handa from Barakamon. Wait, so he's a 24-year-old artist who punches an old critic in the face because he was being a dick about it, then gets sent by his father to live in a rural town in Japan because, quote, you need to be a better person before you become a better artist. And he's so emotionally mature that the only people who he can relate to are kids. Switch out artist for game designer and Japan for India. And yeah, that's my life story. I never punched a guy before, but I came real close several times. I discovered this anime during a tough time in my life, and boy, did it help me get through it. Handa is the most relative person on the list, and the arc he goes through in the course of the show is a must watch, especially for people in their 20s. He's really childish, sure, but he's also endearing and kind. His journey of becoming the older brother figure to not just Naru, but every kid and teenager in the village is heartwarming. I know he doesn't become a teacher in the anime, but he does in the manga, and he's actually pretty good at it. From his special connection with the kids to his own unique style of teaching, there's a lot a newbie teacher can learn from reading his arc in the manga. Please, read Barakamon. Also, I know he's a calligrapher, but artist is just easier for me to say multiple times. Number 3, Gojo Sensei from JJK and Yami from Black Clover. Yeah, I put both of them here because I couldn't pick between the two. On the surface, they may seem like Akashi clones, but apart from being so effing cool, they are so different. I don't even know what to say. The two are just so cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Very.
I'm honestly drawing a blank because every time I look at their footage to talk about them, I just end up drooling and going blank. Gojo's eyes, Yami's, everything. I need help, guys. I need help. They both care about their students. They teach their students, guide them, and most importantly, while they act like they're too cool for their students and don't care about them, at the end of the day, they will put their lives on the line and sacrifice themselves for the sake of their students. Their awesomeness can be explained using human language. You guys and gals need to experience them for yourselves. Excuse me while I wipe the drool off my keyboard. Number 4, Kuro Sensei from Assassination in a Classroom. TLDR, Assassin gets captured and turned into Anime Man's favorite type of monster. Decides to become a teacher to a class of rejects and teaches them valuable life lessons, like how to effectively kill a hentai protagonist. How heartwarming. That wasn't me being sarcastic. The show is heartwarming. Koro Sensei is pretty chill, fun, and outgoing for someone training underage kids to be assassins to kill him. But at least it seems more fun than the Black Widow program or a Black Widow movie. But hey, as a teacher, he can't be beat. He provides one-on-one personal tutoring to all 28 students at the same time due to his marked speed. And what's better, he tailors his teaching to each student's personal needs. He teaches all subjects, both theoretical and physical, And by the end of his tenure, he raises the test score of all his students while making sure they are in prime physical condition. To summarize, he's every Asian parent's wet dream and anime man's too. Number 5. Hunter x Hunter Biscuit Kruger. Lolly Granny trains two kids in a fantasy game world. No, that's not the title of a new isekai, although the arc she was introduced in was an isekai arc. Yeah, she isn't a granny, she's just a middle-aged woman, like that makes a difference. She trained Gon and Killua in advanced nen usage and leaned towards the more corporal side of teaching, hanging huge rocks above their heads, sticking them in a ring with a serial killer, typical teacher stuff. Towards the end of the arc, she loves both of them, and at least she's one of the few lolly characters to physically transform into her actual age. And okay, fine, she's the only on the list because I love her aesthetic. That's it, don't judge me, please. Number 6. Grand Teacher Onizuka, GTO. Perverted teacher changes his students' lives for the better. Plot twist, his students are evil dickheads. This dude is a Chad. He is Barney Stinson if he was on steroids and if he was a virgin. And I'm sorry boys, this show hasn't aged well. 5 seconds of his antics on the show is enough to get him cancelled. Yeah, the life lessons are pretty cool, but everything leading up to those life lessons, Twitter ain't gonna be happy about it. Although Onizuka doesn't seem to be the type of guy to care, but then again if he wants to get laid, he probably needs to care. So there you have it, great teacher Onizuka, teacher most likely to be cancelled. Number 7. Masayoshi Satsuki, Ahiru no Sora. This is a high school sports anime where you hate every single character except for the teacher. By God, the sacrifices this teacher makes and the hell he goes through to keep this basketball club running. A club run by ungrateful little punks who should be lucky to have the saint of a teacher on their side. Sure, he did not know anything about basketball and he was sort of forced into the role by the other teachers, but he still showed up. And even when he was strict, he helped the club in his own way, in his own time. He never got paid extra money, so he had to help run this club for free, with a baby on the way mind you. Yeah, the dude even missed the birth of his child for the club. This dude stuck by them even though everyone else, including the other teachers, abandoned them because they were delinquents. He even treated them to barbecue. And how do these punks repay him? They repay him by not showing up for practice, setting fire to the club shed, and almost burning down the school with a cigarette butt, and getting into constant fights with other students and beating them up, just causing more problems for my man Satsuki. I don't even know why I watched this show. This is school days but for basketball. This teacher is such a saint. He deserves a different, better show. Number 8. Mafuyu Kirisu Sensei from We Never Learn. She is on this list for only 2 words, best girl. Actually 4 words, best teacher girl ever. Out of every teacher role I've seen in an harem or rom-com anime, she is best girl. I know you're all furiously typing, but what about Kawakami Sensei from Persona 5? Wrong. If Kirisu is Naruto, Kawakami is Boruto. Kirisu is the one and only true sensei waifu. Do you remember when you were kids and you had a crush on your young teacher? Well, I don't, because my teachers were old, batty and douchebags. I missed out on that life experience, and I get to relive that through Kirisu. I also have a thing for figure skaters, and guess who used to be a figure skater when she was young? This manga had 5 different endings, one for each of the girls, and Kirisu Sensei's route was easily the best one. Her route was better than any route that ever existed in anime period. Also, she is a really good teacher, cares for her students, blah blah blah, you know the drill. She is best girl, don't at me. Actually, do at me, I need engagement for the YouTube analytics. Number 9. Zenjuro Sawatome, Beelzebub. Do you like Yami? Do you like Gojo? Do you like Akashi? Do you like Onizuka? If you answer yes to all 4, then imagine if all 4 of them did the fusion dance and fused together to form an ultimate being, and that ultimate being fused with Oden. That creature of magnificence would be Zenjuro Sawatome. This dude is the perfect teacher. He teaches not only the main character but also all the side characters as well, unlike a certain ninja. He is chill, laid back and doesn't give an F like Yami. His power level exceeds Gojo. I mean, this dude makes Demon Kings poof their pants when he arrives and one-shots almost every character he meets. But he also cares about the high school life and making memories. He understands that high school should be filled with happy and fun moments. For instance, when he finds out that his class isn't allowed to go on a school trip to Osaka, he convinces them to fight for a right to go on that trip and have their once-in-a-lifetime happy high school memory. He does this by making them do a Broadway-style musical number to convince the principal to let them go on that trip. I may be a bit jealous because I didn't have a cool teacher like him growing up. I wish I did. Number 10. Kamagawa Sensei, Hajime no Ippo. Spoilers for the manga, which has 1352 chapters as of Teacher's Day. Hajime no Ippo laughs at the child that is One Piece. Where do I begin? He trained Takamura into conquering 3 weight classes, which is something a Japanese has never done before. He took on Ippo, who was a bullied kid who knew next to nothing about boxing, and through personalized coaching and training regimens, made him a stronger boxer to not only win the Japanese featherweight championship, but also a world-ranked boxer before he retired. He was ranked 8th. Not to mention that back during the World War II days, he hit an American with this sick punch. If you ever needed a sports coach, Kamagawa is your man. I just hope he doesn't die before Ippo returns to the ring. Ippo, stop being a bitch and just get in the ring. So, that was my list of my 10 favorite teachers in anime and manga. Subscribe, leave a like and share the video if you enjoyed it. Comment your thoughts down below and I'll speak to you guys in the next video.